Moms almost never kill their children. So, Lori Vallow, bad or brainwashed? Her own uncle says a mix, but bad is definitely part of the equation. Now we have an exclusive interview. Last month, the world watched as the Doomsday Mom was convicted of murdering her two kids. Breaking her silence tonight for the first time since the verdict is one of Vallow's closest friends who testified at the trial, compellingly so, April Raymond. April, thank you very much for helping us understand what happened here.
It's a pleasure to be here, Chris. Thank you.
First, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I've left Idaho and back home on Kauai and taken a lot of time with family to just kind of process and decompress. It's not something that I would wish on my worst enemy. This experience has been shattering.
Understandable and regrettable, and I wish you well going forward, and I hope that you got people around you making it clear that this isn't on you. This is on Vallow and probably on Chad Daybell. We'll see what happens in his trial. Help us understand how somebody is just one man and act of faith away from totally changing who they were in the most perverse and wicked way.
You know, I'm not sure that I even completely understand what happened or what was necessarily the catalyst. I think it was a combination of things. I think that Lori was kind of at a crossroads in her life for a lot of reasons. I think she was unhappy in her marriage. She had recently become a grandmother, and she had met Chad Daybell. And I think, you know, and those are just the circumstances that I am privy to. I don't know everything else that had been going on in her life. I think just the combination of all three was extremely toxic and led us to where we are today.
Do you remember seeing the change when she was asking you to get involved in the cult? And what did you see that let you know, not that, oh, she's going to hurt her kids, but this is no longer who I remember?
Right. So we had not seen each other for quite some time. She had lived in Kauai and she'd moved back to Arizona with Charles. And she initially in 2018, she came for a visit with Tylee. And that's when I started to see the change in her. She was having some different beliefs. That's where she shared with me that she'd had an experience in the temple where she had seen the angel Moroni, in that she was part of the 144,000. And then it was in a separate visit in 2019, again with Tylee in tow, an unannounced visit at that, where she kind of applied the pressure a little bit more and was really a lot more aggressive with her beliefs and trying to persuade me. And it just wasn't something that made any sense to me. She looked different. She was speaking differently. She was associating with people that she'd never really been associating with before. And it wasn't the same person that I had known.
Drugs?
You know, that thought did cross my mind, but I've been asking over and over throughout the investigation, and no one's been able to confirm that there's any drug use involved, which I was even hopeful that would be an explanation.
The person you saw in the courtroom, any trace of the Lori Vallow you knew?
No, and I had a lot of trepidation going into my testimony, as anticipating what it would feel like to see her and be, 20 feet away from her. And I, when I sat down, I looked over at her with her counsel at their table, and it wasn't the person that I knew. I grieved the loss of my friend quite a while ago, and it was confirmed that day in court. It was a complete stranger I was looking at. It wasn't her.
Perversely, I think we're going to learn the most about what went into her calculations from the next trial, because either Chad Daybell is going to jump on the sword, which I doubt, or he's going to say, it was her, not me. I don't think that's a saleable case, but if so, it's going to really paint her in a light that is all about being wicked and not about being under the influence of anybody else. April, I really appreciate you talking to us about this. I'm really sorry to have to meet you under these circumstances, but at least you take solace in the fact that you help justice be done for those kids and maybe beyond. We'll see what happens. Best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.